Hi everyone, I'm Jeanette with Jeanette Airen Performing Arts Studio. Today I'm going to be talking about vocal health, and I'll be giving you some tips of things you can do to keep your voice healthy while you're singing or while you're talking to a large group where you need to project. We're going to start with breath support. A healthy voice is connected with breath support. Breath support is very important because it helps us to project without any tension. If we don't have enough breath support, our body will find other ways to create that support, and these ways are usually not very healthy. We'll feel some tension here in our throat, and that causes our voice to get tired and fatigued very easily. We don't want any tension, especially not in our throat area, because that will make our vocal cords tight and we can start using them in a way that is not healthy. It can make us have a sore throat, it can make us go hoarse and lose our voice. It's really not a good idea to feel the tension in your throat. If you feel that, then you always want to stop and relax for a little bit, making sure that you're breathing properly and you're singing with the right breath support. Singing is muscle memory, so you always want to practice your breath support by doing breathing exercises. We'll do a quick exercise right now to practice feeling that breath and using it to support your sound. Put your hands on your tummy. Your thumb should go on your belly button and the bottom of your fingers should go on the lower part of your abdomen. When you breathe in, you want to feel that breath all the way down to your fingertips. Take a breath in and let your fingers move out as you breathe in. Let the air out with an S sound. Good job. When you're doing that, it feels like your breath is going all the way down to your tummy. That's not really happening because we can't breathe that low, but it feels that way. And if we breathe that way, we're creating more room in the top part of our torso to create the space for our lungs to get bigger, making it so that we can take a bigger breath. Our diaphragm muscle is right here, and as we breathe down and it feels like that air is going all the way down to our tummy, it's actually pushing down on that muscle, your diaphragm muscle. So as that pushes down, it makes all the stuff that's here move out of the way, making our tummy stick out. And that means that we've made so much more space because instead of our diaphragm sitting up here, it's moved down here. And now we have all of this extra space for our lungs to expand and get bigger and take a bigger breath. Let's try again, putting your hands on your tummy. Take a nice big breath in and let it out with an S sound. One more time, big breath. Good job. Using an S sound helps because it makes it so all of the air doesn't come out too quickly. If we're using the air and controlling how much air is coming out, we can use it to be powerful but not waste it and not let it just come out too fast, giving us an airier tone. If we have that airier tone because we're releasing too much air, we end up putting more strain on our vocal cords, putting more strain on our throat because we're trying to get louder by using too much air. Too much air makes a soft, airy sound. So if you have that soft, airy sound and you're trying to make that soft, airy sound loud by using these throat muscles, it'll just end up causing more tension. So you have to find the balance, how much air you're going to use, where it's going to be in your body, and how fast or how slow it's going to be coming out. So we want to feel that breath up in the roof of your mouth. We want to feel it up into our sinuses, feeling it in the nasal cavity and all the way up to the top of your sinuses in your forehead. When we have that air running up and down in our face, it moves and makes resonance. It vibrates, and it gives us a better sound that's stronger and louder instead of soft and airy. Let's try it by taking a breath in and letting the sound come out with a sound. So we're humming, but we're starting with a little bit of an H. Try it with me. Take a big breath and then we'll sing Ready? When you do that, you can feel the vibrations in your mouth, you can feel it in your cheeks and your nose, and hopefully you can feel it all the way up into your sinuses and your forehead. Let's try it again. Low breath and a big sound. Ready? If you're not making enough space in your mouth, your can feel small and kind of shallow. Listen how it sounds when I make less space in my mouth. I take my breath and it sounds like this. The small space in my mouth makes it so that the air can't move and resonate inside. So we don't get that deep, dark tone that we usually like when we're singing. It helps us gives us a louder projection. Try it one more time, making sure to create the space inside your mouth and allow that air to fill in your mouth, your nasal cavity, all the way up to your sinuses. Big breath. By doing that exercise, we've moved into the next portion of the video, which is resonance. So we used our breath to breathe down low, getting in a nice breath so that when we start to sing, our voice has the breath support it needs. Now, that air, the breath support, lifts up, comes up through your throat, passing through your vocal cords. And your vocal cords are what makes the sound. So when your breath is vibrating those vocal cords, making them move, they create a pitch. The pitch changes depending on how high or how low you're singing. So our vocal cords get smaller and bigger, creating different pitches. The smaller the space that's opening between the vocal cords is, the higher the pitch will be. The bigger the space between the vocal cords, the lower the pitch will be. So as we're singing, that voice is going up and down. We're going to sing a siren to feel that voice going up and down. We want to keep a consistent amount of breath. So going back to what we were talking about before with the breath support, if we don't have the breath support, we can't effectively control the pitch. So let's try singing a siren. We'll sing woo. That makes our voice start down low, go up and back down, singing woo the whole time. Take a nice big breath and try to keep the amount of air coming out staying the same the whole way through. Starting low, ready? Woo! Feeling our chest voice vibrations here, lifting up into our head voice and back down. The higher we go, the more space we need for the air to move and resonate in our face. So we're going to have to open our mouth more as we go higher. Let's try that again, singing woo. Woo! Nice job. Now make sure that as you're doing that, we're not feeling any pull or squeeze in these muscles here. We don't want any tension in our throat. So make sure that you're opening the space, creating the space for the vibrations to happen. Now let's talk a little bit more about the tones that we're making. We talked about the pitch, going high and low, how the vocal cords change their shape to create those sounds, but we can make the same pitch with a lot of different tones or textures to our voice. And when we do this, if we do it in a healthy way, we can effectively make lots of different sounds to show lots of different emotions or different characters without causing tension or any straining in your voice. To do this, we want to make sure that all of our air is vibrating up into our mask. We feel our cheeks, our nose, up into our sinuses, our whole mask area should feel like it's vibrating with sound. If that's happening, then we can release the muscles in our throat and we won't feel any tension in our vocal cords, in our throat, and we can sing with a lot of power without feeling tired or strained. So let's try. We're going to sing the word neigh, like something that a horse might say, neigh. And we're going to try singing neigh, 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 and we're going to make it go all the way forward in the front of your face. We want to feel it in your nose and your cheeks. If you can get that feeling all the way up to your forehead, then we're going to get a lot more power with the sound. So let's try it together. We're going to sing neigh, 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 neigh. Try to relax the throat so it doesn't feel tight, doesn't feel strained, feels open, feels relaxed. And make sure you have a nice passageway for the air to go through, up and down as you breathe in and out. Neigh, neigh, neigh. I'll sing it again, and then you can try it with me. Neigh, 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 neigh. Try singing that. We'll sing it together. Neigh, 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 neigh. Bring it forward just a little bit more. Feel like it's on the tip of your nose and all the way up to the top of your forehead for your high note. Let's try it again. Visualize the sound. Ready? Neigh, 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 neigh. Good. Let's try that one more time. Make sure your throat is staying relaxed. Make sure you're breathing way down low for that breath support. Feet are flat on the floor so that we can really ground ourselves for that breath and bring that air up into our nasal cavity all the way up to our sinuses. Here we go. Big breath. Nay, 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 nay. Nice. Now, when we sing a song, unless we're playing a Wicked Witch character, we probably don't want that tone. But that really helps us feel the placement of where the sound is vibrating. We can feel it in your cheeks. You can feel it in your nose. You can feel it all the way up to your forehead. So now that we feel it and we know where our air can go, we can use different sounds and put it in those placements to give us more power, to give us more volume without feeling the strain and the fatigue in the throat. So let's try it this time. We're going to sing no instead of nay. Do the same exercise singing no and see if you can feel it vibrating up in here, nose, cheeks, and forehead, the same as you did with your nay. Ready? No, 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 no. Good. It feels a little bit different, but if you can feel the vibrations happening in that same area, then we'll still have more power. If the sound starts to move back and we feel the O farther back in our mouth, it's going to get softer. It's going to get quieter. And to try to create that louder texture, the louder tone that you had before, you might end up squeezing some muscles. You might squeeze those tummy muscles. You might squeeze your throat, and that's going to hurt. It won't feel good as you're singing that. So let's try it again. Let's make sure all of your muscles are loose and relaxed. Feet flat on the floor, breathing down low, and let's get that sound to come all the way up to your forehead, bringing that sound nice and strong and loud without the tension. Let's sing no again. No, 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 no. How does that feel? Can you feel the vibrations happening in your mask area all the way up to your forehead? I hope so. If not, don't worry. If you worry about it and you stress about it, we end up putting more tension. So it's actually going to be worse than if you just relax. So relax your muscles. If you feel that tension starting to creep up into your throat, just do some of those relaxing exercises like we did before. Nice big breath and just let that air come out with a Make it feel comfortable, make it feel relaxed before you try to sing again. So we've been talking about using our breath support and bringing that air all the way up into our nasal cavity, bringing it up into our forehead where our sinuses are. Now, I'm sure all of you have experienced a stuffy nose before, some stuffed up sinuses. Some of you might be feeling it now and some of you might not, but I'm sure you can remember what it feels like to have a stuffy nose. Now, if we were trying to sing and we were trying to bring all that sound forward, putting it into our nasal cavity, putting it into our forehead where our sinuses are, but it was already stuffed up with mucus, it would be very hard to make a clear tone all the way up into those areas because it's filled up already. There's no room for the air to go up there. So it's always really important to maintain the health of your sinuses, managing those allergies. If you have allergies and you're prone to allergy season, then you want to make sure that you're always keeping that as open and as clear as possible. That might mean that you need to use some medications. I, for one, definitely do not like to use medications unless I absolutely have to. But if I were to have a big performance coming up and I needed to clear out that passageway up into my sinuses, then I would definitely need to take some kind of medication to relieve those allergies, get the mucus out of there, and clear it up so that I'm ready to sing. You can also try to open up those nasal passages and get up into those sinuses, get them nice and clear by using essential oils. I have been using them for about a year now and they have helped me a lot. So one oil that is really helpful is peppermint. If you take that peppermint, stick a little bit of it right there on your thumb and touch the roof of your mouth with your thumb, that peppermint will go up into your sinuses. You'll feel it up in there. You'll feel it clearing out right away. So a little bit of essential oils, putting it up there can be another way to try to clear it out. Open up the space, make that space available for your breath support to go up in there and create some nice tones. We're going to start with an exercise for our neck. These muscles on the sides of your neck and down into your shoulders come up and over on both sides of your head, like this. So they start down here and they come all the way up to the top of your head and wrapping around like this. Now, if those muscles are tight, you'll get headaches here. You'll also get tension in the back of your shoulders and on the sides of your neck. The tension there in your neck, shoulders, and on your head can tighten up the muscles inside your throat, which will then tighten up your vocal cords. So we want to relax those muscles. We'll do a quick and easy stretch. Very simple. We don't want to push those muscles and pull them too much. So we're just going to very lightly put our hand on top of our head. Tilt your head to the side, bringing your ear close to your shoulder. Very lightly and gently pulling it down. Leave it there for a moment. Bring your head back up slowly. And now we're going to switch to the other side. Put your hand on top of your head, bringing your ear to your shoulder, gently pulling. You don't want to pull too much because it will hurt those muscles, so just very gently. And bring it back up. We can do some head rolls, bringing your head down, rolling to the side, going the other direction. Again to the other side. And one last time to the other side. We don't need to go all the way around. If you go all the way around and we're stretching these muscles here, it could cause tension in your throat. So we just want to rotate it from side to side, bringing your chin down and bringing your head from shoulder to shoulder. So those were some exercises for our neck. Now let's talk about our jaw. We can do some exercises to loosen up the muscles in your jaw. If our jaw gets too tight, it can be hard to open up your mouth. We won't have enough room inside our mouth to let that air move and vibrate and create the resonation we need to have a powerful tone. We can also cause tension to start in our jaw and find its way gradually down into your throat where your vocal cords are. So we want to make sure that all of our neck muscles, all of our jaw muscles are loose and relaxed. We can put our fingers on our cheeks right in between the top part of your jaw and the bottom part of your jaw, that soft spot in between. We're going to just lightly push and pull your fingers down gently, down into your throat, feeling those muscles. Try it again. Stick your fingers right in between the top part of your jaw and the bottom part of your jaw, bringing your fingers down onto your throat. You can start all the way up here where you can feel the top part of your jaw and the bottom part of your jaw joining together. Bring those fingers in right on your cheek and pull it down. A little bit of pressure, not too much. It shouldn't feel like it hurts. It should just feel like a little massage for your jaw. Now we always want to do what we do on one side to the other side. So put your fingers right in there, right in that space in between the top jaw and the bottom part of your jaw. Bringing it down, all the way down your throat. Again, fingers right in that soft spot. A little bit of pressure, pulling it down. Try it one more time. Put your fingers right in that soft spot. Put a little bit of pressure and pull it on down. All right. We've got one more exercise to do. Now this exercise is for our larynx. Our larynx is right here, and that's where your vocal cords are. They're right inside there. If the muscles that are attached to the outside of our larynx are tight, then we're automatically going to be singing with tension in our throat. So we want to loosen that up by using these two fingers, your thumb and your pointer finger. We're going to start at the top of your throat, putting it on both sides of your larynx. So you should have your finger on one side and your thumb on the other. Gently, with just a tiny bit of pressure, just like we were doing with our fingers on our cheeks, we're going to bring those fingers down from top to bottom. You're going to switch hands, top to bottom. By switching hands, you're controlling the amount of pressure. Your thumbs are stronger than your pointer fingers. So if you're only using one hand, this side is going to get more pressure than this side, or vice versa. If you're only using this hand, this side will get more pressure than this side. So by alternating which hand you use, you're going to be distributing an even amount of pressure on both sides. Let's try that. Starting from the top, bringing your fingers down, alternating hands. Don't put too much pressure, just a little bit, so you feel a nice little massage in there. Let's do one more with each hand. And that's all you need, just a little bit of a massage, massaging the sides of your larynx where those muscles are connecting, massaging your face, cheeks, and your jaw, and relaxing the muscles that wrap from the top of your head all the way down to your neck and your shoulders. If we can keep those muscles relaxed, we can sing without tension, using the breath support to support our sound, lifting it up, letting it freely flow up and down as we breathe in and out, and giving us a tone that is effortless. Let's review. We want to breathe down low, all the way down to our lower abs, feeling like our whole torso is filling up with air. We use that air, lifting it up into our sinuses, and we let that air come out in a smooth stream. We always want our muscles to be loose and relaxed, especially our throat muscles and our jaw. Using those exercises that we tried earlier will help keep those muscles loose and relaxed as you're singing, creating less tension for your voice to come out powerfully and strong. I hope you enjoyed learning about vocal health and learning some exercises that will help you sing or speak without tension. Thank you for watching. Bye!